Hello my darlings, and welcome to my channel, Dat Crafty Gamer, where I combine gaming and crafting all in one channel. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. I hope you find something on the channel that you enjoy and you will consider subscribing. If you've been here a while, thank you for your support. I truly appreciate it. And so in today's video, I will be doing a diorama. Now I will be doing two of these, but I'm only going to show one because they're going to be exactly the same diorama. So if you would like to see how I make this winter diorama, please stand by and we will get started on that here shortly. If you decide to subscribe to the channel, please consider following me on my other social media, and those links are in the description. And please don't forget to like, share, and comment. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. Okay, my darlings, so in this video I will actually be making two dioramas, and I will be hanging these in my kitchen. So for this project I need the two deer, the little tree, and my little, I don't know, it's kind of like a fancy bow or star ornament. And I got all these things, and I do have the lights. Now I don't know if I'm going to use the lights. I mean, they're super cute, but I'm not sure how to mount them to the box. And the box, I actually, it was two pieces. It's what my blow dryer came in. I think I got the blow dryer last year or the year before Christmas. And it came with hanging, you know, it came in a box that can hang. So I don't know, that was kind of weird. But hey, at least I found a purpose for it. And it came in three pieces. It had two of these boxes that you see here, and then a centerpiece that kind of, you know, helped make more room in the box for the blow dryer, I guess. But anyway, so I'm going to be using ivory paint here for this particular project. And the box actually came with like black string, and the box, obviously it was labeled, and but the only primer paint that I had, that I mean I actually had enough of to prime this with, was the gray paint. That's why it is painted gray. And I have to say, this color made it very hard for me to get this paint on here very well. It actually took me, I think I put like 3 coats of paint on here to cover this gray. So needless to say, I did go out and I bought some white spray paint, primer white spray paint, and I will be using that for projects from now on, especially if I'm using a light color such as this ivory chalk paint color. I bought some, and I went through an entire bottle. It was just for the one box. It was I mean, I guess it's not that much paint, but it was 2 ounces of paint just for this one box. Now, I didn't technically need to paint the outside. I guess I could have just left that be, but I decided at least paint the outside. I didn't paint like the back of the box because that's going to be up against a wall, but I did paint the sides and the top of it. And yeah, it took several coats of paint. If you guys have any advice on how to get paint on there evenly, because I found it very hard to get the paint even on here. I'm thinking about buying little paint rollers, because I feel like paint rollers are way better at distributing paint evenly. So if I can buy some paint rollers that are small enough for projects like this, I might actually use paint rollers as opposed to a paintbrush. And maybe rather than using this type of paintbrush that I am using, I should use something that is bigger, like something you would actually paint the wall with, because that might have helped me to get the paint on here quicker. So I'm definitely not going to keep you guys here while I do all the painting. So I'll do 1 coat of paint in front of you guys, and then the other 2 coats I'm going to do those off camera. It was either 2 or 3 coats that I did. So anyway, we're going to do a time lapse to get us through the rest of this painting process, and I will be back with y'all momentarily. Okay, so we're back. I have put probably 3 coats of paint, maybe 4 coats of paint on that. I think I lost track. It was just so hard to get it on there evenly. So I might use spray paint from now on. I don't know. Or like I said, a paint roller. I feel like paint rollers are way much better at distributing paint evenly. So if I could find stuff, paint rollers small enough for projects this small. And now we're just going to tie this twine that I have here. Just going to make the knots big enough so they don't go through there, so we can hang this up when we are done. And I will be making 2 of these. I think I mentioned that already to you guys. I probably won't show me making the other one. It's not really necessary to show them both, but I will take a picture later and I will post that for you guys to see. Now, the string that originally came with this was, like I said, I think I mentioned it was black. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I bought this, so we're just going to use this instead. So we're going to get that tied up, and then we're going to figure out placement of all our items, which I already know how I'm placing them because usually with my projects I do it off camera to figure out how I want the placement and everything, and then when I bring you guys in, that way there's not a lot of filly farting around trying to figure out where everything's gonna go. Now with these deer, I don't really like the bow. That's what I'm showing you. I didn't really care for the bow. So with this one, I'd already taken the bow off because it's just hot glued on there. So I took the bow off, and the little bell was just actually, the string was woven through the little bell there. And I'm just going to wrap it around so it looks like the deer is wearing a scarf or a turtleneck or something like that. I just thought that looked way better than the big bow around the neck. So I will show you guys what that looks like, and you can let me know what you think. Yeah, I should have just done one side and glued it down and then started on the other side, but I was trying to do both sides at the same time. So there we go. I think that looks way better, and I'll show you the comparison. Yeah, no, the bow doesn't work. This looks way better. That's basically what I'm showing y'all there. And yes, these were ornaments. I did get these at Hobby Lobby. I shopped the day after Christmas, and these items were all on sale. Everything I got was on sale. I think it was like 70% off that day that I went over there. So, I mean, I did pretty good. I did spend $94 at Hobby Lobby that morning. But it was my Christmas money, so I didn't mind so much. And I was originally going to use these deer like on a wreath and do like a Christmas wreath that way. And if y'all want to check out the Christmas wreath video that I just posted last Thursday, I believe, I'll put a link to that in my description, and a little button should come up at the top if y'all want to click on that instead. But yes, you could check out that video if you want, how I decided to do the Christmas wreath. And I was so happy with how that turned out. And you guys will see in the end that I am really pleased with this one too. I don't know. I guess it doesn't take much to please myself. I just amaze myself with the things I do. But a lot of times I don't know, I lack confidence in myself, I guess, or I don't know. I'm not the most confident person in the world, but when I do my projects, I do like them. But I do worry, okay, is anyone else gonna like it, you know? Look how cute that is. Oh my goodness, it looks so much better than the bow. I think it looks better than the bow. Y'all have to let me know in the comments down below if you like the deer with the bow or without the bow. I think it looks way cuter without the bow. So we're going to do a little time lapse since I've already showed you what I'm doing with the bow. This bow actually had a little harder time coming off, but it was fine. It might have left a little glue, but since I was recovering up that area with the twine, it wasn't a big deal. So yeah, I was like worried. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna rip the deer. But I do have 4 of them, but like I said, I wanted to make 2 of these, so I didn't want to damage it. Okay, so I did manage to get that off there without damaging it. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a little time lapse because there's no reason to show this process again slowly. So we will do a time lapse and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're just going to start placing everything in the box the way I want it. And like I said, I already came up with the idea of the layout for this before I did the video. I just think it's a good idea to do it that way. That way there's not as much wasted time in the video. And I just figured this could like act as like a giant, beautiful, elegant moon or something. I don't know, something in the sky that's looking down on the deer, and I thought it could just be a giant star or a moon. You guys can imagine it to be whatever you want. And yeah, there we go. It's so pretty. I got 2 of these, and again I was going to use these on a wreath, and then I decided nope, because I watched a couple of videos of some other people that did dioramas, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do a diorama, because I realized they had these 2 boxes. Well, there's one box that had these two separated pieces of a box hanging by a string, and I'm like, you know what, I could do a diorama and hang these in my kitchen. So that is my plan. So once I finish this stuff, I'll actually go ahead and put up a picture for you guys so you could see how they look in the kitchen. And yeah, I think everything turns out great. And I went with silver because the star or bow that I just put up there, it had silver. I thought about putting greenery in this, and I'm like, you know, I'm not going to do that. And I'm sure some people would have painted like the deer or something, but I'm like, I didn't want to do that. I liked how they looked as they were, minus the bow around the neck. And I mean, I don't care for the holes in them, but I'm like, I'm not selling this to anyone. I'm not giving this away, so I'm not going to worry about it. I did consider maybe putting a little tiny bow on there, or maybe a little bead or something in that area to cover up the hole, but in the end I decided not to do that. You guys can let me know in the comments below what you would have done. I definitely didn't have any paint that was that color, so I didn't have any spackle or anything that I could have put in there and then painted it. I guess I could have maybe, well actually no, I don't have brown paint. I was going to say I could have painted the deer brown, but I kind of like that they matched the bow that I have up there in the corner. I just like that everything looked good together, so I decided not to paint them. Because I had honestly considered maybe painting the box different colors, maybe doing the sides a different color than the background. And then I thought about maybe drawing rolling hills on the back and doing like a snow covered area, and then the sky was like blue, because I do have those colors that I could have done that, but I don't know. I just like the simplicity. I don't know if classy is the right word. I just thought it looked nice. It looked nice the way it was with just the solid background. So that's what I went with, and it does kind of match our decor, and you can't go wrong anyway with ivory. It's kind of like a white, so it matches pretty much anything. And I feel like our chairs in our living room are actually like more of an ivory. I mean, they're definitely an off-white, so, but I'm not putting this in the living room. I just thought it would look nice this way, because the chairs actually in our kitchen, they are more of an ivory color. maybe not as light as this is, but yeah, the cushions in the kitchen are about that color, and plus the rug we have in there, it is also more of an ivory creamy color, so these will look fine hanging in there. And there we go. I wasn't sure if the glue was gonna hold these up there like that, but they're cardboard, so I'm like, if they were heavier, I might have needed to do some sort of mount in the back of the deer to, you know, prevent him from falling over. But I figured since I was hot gluing it in 2 places, I did the legs and up at the antler, I figured since it was going to be hot glued in 2 places, it should be fine. And like I said, these are just basically made of cardboard, so they're not going to have any problem standing with just hot glue. Okay, so I think at this point we'll go ahead and do a time lapse, and I will be back with y'all momentarily. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to put these little lights in here. I was kind of hesitant to put the lights in here because I'm not really sure how to mount the battery pack for this. And I have since went downstairs because I already have this made. So I took it downstairs where I was going to have it hung. And I'm like, technically I could set the battery pack on top of the box, you know, after I hang it up. And then I thought maybe I could make a little bow to wrap around it. And then my husband was telling me maybe I could just paint the battery pack that's going to be on top of it. Just take the batteries out and just paint the outer part of it. And I might do that. I don't even know if I'll keep the lights in there. And you guys will see here at the end that I do show you how it looks with the light, but it doesn't look that great using my craft cam that I use to show you that. And you guys will see when you get to that part where I show you how it looks. It doesn't look great, you know, in this video, but I will be showing you guys, you know, the decorations that I have up later on anyway. And that will be with my new Canon Rebel T7 that I got for Christmas. So once I get all my decorations done, I'll probably do another walkthrough of the house and just show you guys some of the stuff that I have done for winter decorating. Now, I don't normally do winter decorating, but again, I'm inspired by all the ladies that I've been watching here on YouTube that do decorate for winter. And I'm like, you know what, I'm going to decorate this winter as well. So that is why I have 2 winter wreaths up, and I redecorated my fireplace mantle with some winter decor. I already had like the garland up on my banister for my stairs and then on the fireplace mantle. So you guys will see another video later where I actually spruce those up with wintry type flowers so that I can still keep the house decorated for the winter season. So hopefully you guys like that when I put that up. I don't know, that might be a video that I do next week or something. Now with this here, I am taping this down because I'm like, if I wanted to use this in something else, I didn't want to, and plus I didn't know if hot gluing these wires down would really be a good idea. I didn't know if it would melt that wire, and I didn't want to, you know, have an issue. So I figured I wouldn't hot glue them in there. That way I can use them in another project later if I want to. If I decide that I don't like the lights in there. Now, I did check it when I hung it up in the kitchen. I do kind of like it with the lights in there. They're super cute. And now what we're going to do here, we're going to use this snow. this little fake snow to cover up this so that, you know, and it kind of looks like he's coming from behind a little snow mound there, so that's fine. And like I said, I thought about adding greenery to this, but I'm like, it's gonna end up way too cluttered if I do that, so I'm glad I went with just keeping it simple and keeping it like this. Now we're gonna try and cover this up some more. I think I weave this in and out. Yeah, we're gonna weave it, put some in the back of the deer and then some in front of the deer. And I do end up hot gluing this down just a little bit, you know, because if I want to remove it, I didn't want to use tons of hot glue because honestly, I think the picture would look, I mean, the diorama would look fine without the snow and without the lights. It would have been beautiful as it was that way, but you guys will see later whenever I post a video of all the decorations that I put up for the winter that they are really cute. I'm hoping it looks cute on the Canon. I guess we'll see when I post that later. But anyway, let's get some more snow on here. So we will do a time lapse here since it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just putting the snow on and I'm gonna hot glue it down. Okay, so now I was gonna try and show you guys how it looks lit up, but like I said, this camera is not great for that. So hopefully when I do show off, you know, all the decorations for all the winter decorations I do with my Rebel T7 camera, hopefully that looks a little better. Then I was wondering if there was a way I could like still use these lights as well, but I'm not sure. I mean, maybe if they weren't the color that they were, it might be alright. I mean, I guess I could have painted the cord. I don't know. Now we're going to turn the light off, and this is not great. Yeah, see? That's not great either. But it does look super cute, you know, in the dark whenever it's lit up. Hopefully I can show you guys that later, so we shall see. And yep, there is our finished product. Okay, my darlings, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for staying that long. Please comment down below, let me know what you think of it. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I hope I will catch you in the next video. Bye!